welcome to the VidCon Europe vlog. I'm here with Lu.
Hey!
And Georgia. And we are on our way to the first day of VidCon. Don't really know what to expect for this one because VidCon Europe has never been a thing before. So we've never been to it before. But we're gonna go stop for a coffee on the way and then head to some panels today, and then all the stuff I'm on is tomorrow. Get into the panel that we wanted to go to because the doors were closed, so instead we walked around the auditorium a bit, like the expo hall, and then ended up just sitting in on this panel about the power of community, which had Tyler Oakley, Katie Morton, I think is her name, and John Green. It's pretty good. What do you think, Georgia?
It's good.
Yeah.
Tyler Oakley.
Yeah. He had good things to say. Having some tea now in the Creator Lounge, and then gonna go to more panels this afternoon. So we're just in that 7 algorithm hacks panel, which was quite interesting. What was your favourite thing you learned, Lu?
My favorite thing that I learned was to make videos private instead of scheduling.
Yes, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
Because I always make mine unlisted and then put them live. I don't know why.
Alicia Marie always private stuff and then sets them live.
I always
schedule mine, so it's different.
Yeah, apparently
it's not good to do that.
Yeah, apparently. So that's what we learned, and that's a tip for anyone watching. Okay, now what panel was I just in? The Small Rising Established was really interesting. One of the people on it, Super Sam Stuff, is going to be the moderator on one of my panels tomorrow, and he was really good, so it makes me really look forward to that panel. How have your stuff been going, Hannah?
All of the panels have been really good. I like that everything is really chill as opposed to the US VidCon.
It's chill.
Nice.
Almost weird that it's
Also, you get to meet people a lot more, I think, because I know people that I just like keep bumping into, and it's very casual. I like it.
What about you, Lena?
Yeah, I think so too.
What she said.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Look what notebook Hannah happens to have. Thanks, Hannah. That brand workshop, we're not a fan, are we, Hannah? No offense, brand workshop, not that you'll ever see this. But
not a lot of value. They gave some bad advice in there. Some good advice as well.
Yeah, so they said that for 1,000 views on, like, per 1,000 views that you get on a video, you should charge between $40 and $100, which is just not enough. Like, you're worth so much more than that. So yeah, if you are making videos and you hear that advice, please don't follow it.
Yes.
Agreed, ladies?
Yes.
Any more advice you want to share? You were sharing some good stuff with us before, Kat.
Well, I think you also need to take into account like your experience, the amount of time you've been doing something, what you bring to the table, because you are an asset to that brand. You are not just a commodity for them to use.
There we go. She should have hosted that workshop instead.
Yes.
He found me. Manager Josh.
It's Manager Josh.
But I knew Manager Josh before he was Manager Josh.
I was just Josh.
Just Josh. What have you been thinking of VidCon, Josh?
It's a lot smaller than I thought it was.
It's really quiet too, right?
I am enjoying a lot of the snacks in particular.
I haven't had any snacks. Where are the snacks at?
There aren't snacks here. You've got this though.
I know, I just haven't been anywhere backstage.
You've not gone downstairs?
No.
Come with me.
Okay, I'm gonna go downstairs with Josh.
This is going to be a segue now.
Josh is being my tour guide to the backstage area.
I am so excited for you to have all of the sweets.
Back in the Instagram/Facebook lounge thing. Georgia's getting a little bit starstruck, aren't you, Georgia? We've just taken a selfie of her and Tyler Oakley, who's standing behind her over there. So such a fun girl. It's alright, you're being very calm and collected about it.
I'm trying.
The next thing we're going to is at 5:30 and it's like 4:45, so got some time to kill. How's today been, Lu?
Really good, but I'm hungry.
Yeah, so maybe we should go find some food instead of sitting here.
I don't know, I like sitting down.
stayed for a little bit at that creative party, but not too long. It was a long day, right? And
Yeah.
pretty tired, so looking forward to some sleep. First I want to show you, so there's 3 of us staying in this hotel room, which only has 1 bed. So this is what we've done. We've made a lovely little bed on the floor. Tell us how this is constructed, Georgia.
Duvet, pillows, duvet, and duvet for me to sleep under.
Wonderful.
Very cosy. It's like a little nest on the floor.
Yeah, so the hotel staff are very confused because we ordered 4 extra pillows and 2 extra duvets. But it works. Good morning, it's time for VidCon day 2. Well, the second and last day. Today is when all my panels are. I think I said that yesterday. It's about 8:40 right now. I'm heading to the convention centre. My first thing's at 9:30. I'm gonna grab a coffee and then like sit backstage and go over my presentation. I'm quite glad that the one I'm most nervous about is first because I can get it out of the way. Should be good though, because it's basically just gonna be a real life version of what I do in my videos anyway. So I think it'll be fine. And then panels should be fun because you just have to answer the questions and talk. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it, but also very nervous. Getting myself a coffee and a croissant, and I'm glad to be walking there like by myself to have a chilled start to the day. They offered me a car, but I was like, no, I'll walk. Today I'm basically going to be doing like real life version of what my but I want to show you a couple of examples from my niche and how we've all made subtle differences in our branding to get across like some subtle differences in our content. It's because YouTube is really important to me and it's like a non-negotiable. I'd never take a job that didn't let me do YouTube or weren't comfortable with it. So I've just had my Balancing Life and Creating panel. How do you think it went, Lu?
It was really good.
Thanks. I made it say that. Hate it. We're now getting lunch back in this like lounge thing. There's Georgia. And there is flowers in the salad. It's very confusing. End up doing it full time, and that's like what the goal should be. And when I started gaining some more subscribers, I had to think to myself, I was like, wait, but what is my end goal with this? Like, yeah, because I'm a designer, I don't want to stop designing, because then what am I going to talk about in my videos?
Yeah, my channel would be so boring if I wasn't in musical theatre. And I've spent the entirety of my life working towards being a musical theatre, and that has been my passion always.
Just down here with Hannah and with Sandra. We're hanging out in the lounge just having some orange juice. Do you want to hold up your orange juice, Hannah? There we go, proof.
Very reflective.
Yeah. We've just been talking about how this VidCon feels so different from the US one, right?
It's so nice. It's very relaxing. Everyone's really casual and chill.
Yeah, and all the creators I think feel more relaxed about it as well. Like when we come out of our panels, we walk out the same door that all the audience walks out too, which is cool. Yeah, I think I really like it. The doing YouTube part-time panel, I don't think I've talked about it yet because I don't think I've vlogged yet, was my favorite of the day by far. Like all of the people on the panel were in the same boat as me with thinking that you don't have to do YouTube full-time, right? Yeah. You guys enjoyed it too?
Yeah, yes, my favorite. It was such a good panel. Charlie did really well.
Oh, thanks, Hannah.
Relatable. Yes.
Hashtag relatable.
Hashtag relatable. Yeah.
Yeah, I think too often, that's why I was excited to be on it. Today's been good. Today I've enjoyed a lot more than yesterday actually, which I guess is understandable because now I understood the lay of the land and whatever was happening here. We're gonna go get some dinner now with these folks. And these folks. So just before you saw a clip of me being very excited to reach 50,000 subscribers, I'm gonna steal the clip from Hannah, okay Hannah? Yeah. And this is my 50,000 subscriber.
That's me!
Introduce yourself.
My name is Jay Swanson. And what do you want me to say about myself? Besides the fact that I'm super stoked to be your 50,000 subscriber. I'm a daily vlogger. I live in Paris. I moved to Paris with no money, no plan, and no job, and we're seeing how that's going.
That seems like a pretty good channel description.
Yeah, drink a lot of coffee. I'm a chronic transient, so I really just do do whatever.
50,000 subscribers.
And I'm her 50. That's actually really the ultimate. That's the ultimate. Like,
yeah, that's
the pinnacle of the entire weekend.
Yes,
It's
exactly.
really,
So that was the vlog, and also just wanted to take a bit of time to give some thoughts on the event itself, because I feel like that vlog was a bit of a mess, and to be honest with those things, it's so busy and you're like always moving to a new place or sitting in panels, and there's not really time to stop and collect and share your thoughts. Most of the time I don't remember what the last thing I filmed was, so yeah, that was the reason for that. And I thought I'd just talk a little bit now about what it was like to go to the first VidCon Europe. It was really good, is my overall opinion. I'll start off by saying that. The YouTube events I've been to in the past have been VidCon in US and Summer in the City, and it sort of felt like a meeting point between the two almost, in that it was a lot quieter than VidCon US, but compared to Summer in the City, it was more focused on the creators. So it was about the size of Summer in the City. I'm guessing there was about that many people there. Maybe it was quite spread out in the convention center, so it was kind of hard to tell. But yeah, I feel like Tsitsi is more for the like community. It's more for viewers to meet their favorite YouTubers or whatever, whereas VidCon I feel like has a lot of stuff for the creators, which is obviously what I'm more interested in, so that's probably why I connect more with it. And so I'm really glad that VidCon were able to bring that part of the VidCon US over to Europe. Speaking of being a creator, I'm not sure if you could tell in the vlog, I don't think it really came across, but on the Saturday, I just wasn't feeling like myself. I have this imposter syndrome over being a feature creator that, I don't know, I wonder why I'm there, and I feel self-conscious walking around with that yellow pass around my neck, just because, I don't know, I feel like people look at me and are like, who is that girl? Like, why does she even deserve that? I don't know who she is, or whatever. But I know that's stupid. What I like about VidCon is that they do invite people of all different levels to be on panels. Like, I met several people who were speaking who had, I don't know, they weren't all big famous YouTubers, and I really like that. And so I shouldn't have felt out of place. Like, there was no reason for me to, but I just do. And I worried the whole time that, yeah, people were looking at me and wondering why the heck I got to have that pass. From the moment I did my workshop, I was like, okay, I deserve to be here because I've just like presented this thing and it seems that it really helped people. And so yeah, I can be here, and I can feel okay to like go into the backstage creator lounge and just hang out and not worry that everyone's thinking, what the heck is she doing here? Which obviously no one does, because I never recognize hardly anybody, because I'm terrible with that, and I'm not wondering why they're there. Oh yeah, this is something that my friend Lu, who I went with, and if you're not subscribed to her channel yet, please go ahead and do that because she's awesome. She said that she really liked that this VidCon felt different to the US one because they had different people there. Obviously they brought in a lot of European creators because it was Europe, and so they were closer, I guess. And I really liked that too. I liked hearing from different people, because I feel like, and Lu mentioned this as well, that sometimes the panels can get a bit samey when it's the same people saying the same things every year, you know. You've heard their story already if you go to it each year. And so it was cool to hear some different perspectives this time. And also, like I said, they brought in a lot of smaller YouTubers who weren't like the big famous people, and it was cool to hear their perspectives too, because for me, I feel like that's much more relatable and much more applicable to what I do, because you know, I'm not got a team behind me of managers or whatever who help me with organizing sponsorships and things like that, and I haven't been doing this for 10 years, and I feel like some of the YouTubers who made it big, like who started a long time ago and have made it big, have kind of lost touch with what it takes to build an audience now on YouTube, you know? Yeah, I really like hearing from people who have made it, like, been successful more recently, I suppose is what I'm going to say. That's not to say that the others don't have, you know, they're not valid as well, but yeah, I much prefer hearing from people who are, I suppose, in the midst of their journey rather than have made it and are reflecting back, just because I feel like that's more useful, I don't know. And I was really pleased to be invited to be on panels for that reason as well. My favourite panel of the weekend was the Doing YouTube Part-Time panel. I just loved it a lot. I feel like all of us panelists really connected well, and we're all like on the same page about stuff, and it was really refreshing for me to hear that other YouTubers, like all of those people, are way more successful than me on YouTube, but to hear that they as well even aren't interested in doing it full-time, and they're not like bowing to that pressure, I suppose, which I feel like there is that expectation when you start to gain a following on YouTube that you should do it full time. And I don't want that, and they didn't want that, and that was really fun to talk about. I loved it a lot, and all the questions from the audience were really intelligent. So yeah, that was really fun, and Sam was a great moderator for that panel, so I don't know if Sam will watch this video, but thank you for being an awesome moderator. I really enjoyed my workshop as well. It was the scary thing because I was up there doing it by myself, but if you came to that, then I've left a link to a survey in the description that I'd really appreciate you filling out, because I think I'm going to be doing this workshop again at the US VidCon coming up in June, and I want to obviously improve it and make sure that it's the best that it can be. So if you want to share some feedback, it can be totally anonymous, or you can leave your email address if you want to, like, you know, it doesn't matter to me, and just tell me what you thought and what you would have found more useful, what the best parts were, etc. I would really appreciate that. So yep, link down below. Overall, it was a good event, and thank you to Hank and John for bringing it to Europe, because I think it's very much needed, like I said, to have that more creative focused event here. So it was cool, and if you didn't go this year, you should go next year. Alright, that's the end of this very long vlog. Thank you for watching, give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and I will see you next time. Bye!